Aloha, I'm James, the special learning teacher. I hope you've had a chance to go through my workbook, Conquering Your Next IEP Meeting, a preparation guide. Preparing for the IEP meeting is such an important step. My workbook will walk you through the preparation process, step by step. Today I want to share with you 3 pieces of advice. Using this workbook, you'll be able to start a conversation and build a positive relationship with your child's school. I'll show you how to collect evidence and data to support the concerns that you want to bring to your child's IEP meeting. And finally, I'll show you how to have a conversation in a way that your school and teachers are really going to respond to. The first thing you're going to do is start communication. You call the student services coordinator and you find out who your child's case manager is. That's the teacher who writes your child's IEP. Then you're going to go ahead, call them, ask them if there are any concerns, and go ahead and schedule the IEP. It's okay if it's months in advance, but it communicates to the teacher that you care about the outcome of this meeting, that you're really invested, and it gives them a heads up that they're going to have to start preparing. I know a lot of parents are frustrated with the IEPs. And one of the biggest problems is that the teachers and the parents just aren't on the same page when it comes to what their kids can do. Like, a parent might come into a meeting and say, my kid has been able to do multiplication since 4th grade. How can you tell me 2 years later that they can't do fractions because they don't know how to multiply? Or a parent might say that, Mary's been reading Harry Potter every single night, and yet this assessment is saying that she reads on the 2nd grade level? It doesn't make sense. And here's the thing is your teachers want to believe you. They want nothing more than to see your child thrive. But unfortunately, the IEP is a legally binding document, which means that they're going to put into it what they can see and what they can measure. So it's your word against their evidence. And if what they're seeing and what they're measuring is lower performance, they're going to write less ambitious goals, and your kid is going to have less growth. This difference between what parents and teachers can see is the biggest IEP wrecker, and I don't want that for you. That's why my workbook has a big section about how to collect data. If you follow my workbook, you're going to be collecting evidence about service providers, including your speech therapists, behavior therapists, occupational therapists. You're going to collect evidence about homework, how long it takes your kid to get homework done, how much help they need in order to get that homework done, and finally, you're going to collect evidence about reading, writing, and math. From your service providers, you're going to get information about what present levels of performance they're already getting, as well as how far they've come and the amount of time they've been working with those service providers. When you collect evidence about the homework, you get a pretty good idea about whether the class is appropriate for them as far as difficulty and content goes. And then finally, when you get an idea of what their reading, writing, and math level is, you can present that at the meeting as kind of a supplement to what your teachers are already saying that your child can do. And that can bridge the gap between what the teachers are seeing and what the parents are seeing, and that gets rid of the need for a lot of arguing. And what you can expect from sharing your evidence is you'll get better results, more appropriate goals for your kid's level of functioning. You'll have clearer communication because you can show the teachers your concern instead of just talking about it. And then you and your teachers can spend more time getting it right for your kid, getting better results. And finally, the fact of the matter is, teachers are overwhelmed with paperwork. And even though they know it has a very big impact on your kid's future, it looks like another stack of paper on their desk. And if a parent comes prepared to that IEP meeting, it makes everybody's job so much easier. So if you follow my step-by-step workbook, you'll be prepared for your next IEP meeting. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email, james@speciallearningteacher.com.